Hello, Gemini. We're going to do a shadow work reading for you. Shadow work is really important. It's kind of like those things that sneak up on us and ruin things from time to time because we need to heal them and move on. Um, I'm going to pull from several different decks. I'm going to get you a shadow work oracle card from this little deck that's very cute. I'm also going to, at the end, pull a goddess power card for you. These are amazing cards. Male, female, doesn't matter. Okay. And I have a couple of decks here that I'm going to pull your message from. I'm going to pull a regular 10 card spread and then clarify it. Okay. All right. Let's get it started here. Gemini, Gemini. All right. Here we go. Unworthy. Think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. I think you feel like you're being punished right now, right? And I don't necessarily think that that's it. I think you are being very deeply affected um, by other energies around you, making you feel this way. And that certainly is something that they need to work on. But the part that you need to work on is understanding that you do deserve the things that you want. You're a little bit hard on yourself. So let's just see what we can get. Okay, for Gemini, these cards are black, so they're hard to see. So you may need to pause and zoom in on them as I show them if you want to look at the actual image on the card. All right, Gemini, shadow work for Gemini. Seven of Pentacles. You are really trying to work on your future, right? Your own stability, your happiness, right? Finding your roots someplace else, maybe even. But there's just some stuff going on that you need to handle before you do that, because it may very well impede on your future. The Seven of Pentacles is that tree, but it's like the roots of that tree are causing the ground to crack open, right? And you feel like you're trying to hold it all together. All right. So that's on the bottom of the deck. Coming into the current energy, we have the moon facing that dark side, that shadow side, right? The challenge is the Six of Pentacles, equality, reciprocity, not continuing to give to situations that aren't giving back to you, right? Anyway, the foundation of the reading is the Queen of Swords. Well, there you are, right? Air energy fighting this battle. The recent past, we have the Five of Swords. I feel like there was some manipulation going on, some on your part, some on another person's part. It's one of those things that we all have the capacity to be, petty or jealous or dramatic or toxic, right? We've all been there. This is not a judgment reading, right? I'm not judging anyone. I'm in no position to do that. Trust me. The crowning energy is the Page of Swords. I feel like you're trying to assess the environment and figure out what else you can do. But I also feel like you may be giving too much to connections that aren't giving back to you and kind of setting yourself up for these failures. And I don't like the word failures even. They're lessons, right? But they feel like failures because they hurt. So coming into the near future, we have the Four of Swords. There's that healing, right? Balance, healing. I like it. How do you see yourself right now, Gemini? Gemini, how do you see yourself? The Five of Cups. There are some old wounds that are coming up that are making you sad, regretful, at a loss. You almost feel a little bit hopeless in some areas. Energy external to you, the Seven of Swords. So again, I do feel like you have other people or another person or something in your energy that is a trigger for you. They're causing you to feel this way. And you may not feel supported or worthy, right? But you are. So your advice or your best course of action, we have the Queen of Cups, right? Don't stop loving yourself or others because, of issues like this that come up. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give. You have a lot of love to give. And the outcome, we have the Page of Wands. There's that creativity moving forward to the future with inspiration, with hope, with passion. I like it. Okay, so let's clarify and see what's going on. I think the moon coming out in this current position is very definitive, right? Facing the darkness in ourselves. We all have it. And the Four of Cups. Yeah, there's something that you need to deal with. You may have like kind of tucked it away, not wanting to not wanting to face it or not wanting to face it again, right? Just because you're not open to it right now doesn't mean it's going to go away. That Four of Cups is very closed off energy. And the Eight of Cups. It's almost like, if I can't see it, out of sight, out of mind, but that's just not the way it works, right? So the challenge is the Six of Pentacles, right? Wanting reciprocity in a situation and not getting it, but continuing to give and give and give to it. Page of Wands. This is something that you feel passionate about, right? That you are trying to give to a connection, to a person, to a situation. It just doesn't work. And it makes it, it hurts, right? And the King of Pentacles. You could have, this could be from childhood, even honestly, right? Issues with your the stability in your household. So the foundation of this reading is the Queen of Swords. That's your energy, that air energy, right? Typically the Libra Queen, but showing up in the Gemini reading because that's you, right? That air energy. And the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you feel a little bit battered, a little bit bruised. You're like, why can't I ever get this right? Why does this keep happening, right? And the Queen of Wands. They're saying take action, right? Take action. It certainly could be a fire energy female causing issues or whatever, but this is more about you and saying, find that passion again for yourself, right? Standing up for yourself, saying, I'm no longer going to give to a situation that is not giving back to me. Find that fire in your belly for yourself, right? The King and Queen of Wands, they take action, right? They are motivated, action-oriented cards. King of Swords tried to fall out. That would be your energy. So the recent past, the Five of Swords. I do feel like there's been some kind of, manipulative energy around you. And it's triggered you, right? It's triggered you right back to, when you were younger or whatever this is, right? It's triggering. The Lovers. There you are. Made you feel unloved, made you feel like you weren't worth choosing, right? Unworthy. That's what we've got right here. Unworthy. Made you feel unworthy. So you gave more and gave more and gave more. And it didn't change anything. And the Page of Swords. Again, I feel like this stems from childhood when you felt powerless, right? Unable to conquer this. Lord have mercy. Okay. So again, we've got this Page of Swords in your crowning energy, right? It's almost like deal with that energy of vulnerability and unworthy and not feeling loved or whole, right? That's what you need to face. That's what you need to work on. Yeah, the Two of Cups. To find that perfect amalgam of like light and dark, right? It's like the Lover's card in the Minor Arcana, right? But when we're talking about only you, we're talking about, that light and dark, the masculine, the feminine, finding balance and a working relationship between the two in your life, right? and finding happiness. Look at that. Finding happiness. I love that for you. All right. So in your near future, we've got the Four of Swords, right? Four of Swords. Healing, rest, recovery. Page of Pentacles. I feel like along with that healing, you're going to get a little bit more back from that connection or relationship or situation, whatever it is that you were giving and giving and giving to. You're finally going to start to see some reciprocity from when you work on your triggers and adjust, your energy and your focus. And the Eight of Swords. Make sure that you, really explore this issue, this situation very deeply, because I do feel like if you don't, you could be very easily triggered to be right back where you were, stuck in that same old energy. So how you see yourself right now, Five of Cups, you're hurting, right? You're hurting. And almost feeling like stretched too thin. Like there's so many things going on in your life right now that you need to be paying attention to. You need to be working on or doing or whatever it is, right? And this same old ugh, just keeps coming up. And it's hurtful. The Hanged Man. You are working on trying to shift your perspective, right? See this in another way. Getting those downloads from the universe to help you understand this situation. And the Seven of Swords. There's still that energy, that triggered energy of wanting to run, right? Or wanting to lash out even sometimes. So energy external to you, we do have the Seven of Swords. Again, I do feel like there is somebody in your energy who is manipulative. The thing about that is this person in the future, and this is not going to be for everybody, but very soon, not that far into the future, this person is going to need your help. They're going to want your help, and they're going to be afraid to ask for your help because of the way that they've treated you. Yep, they backstabbed you. Ten of Swords. You are correct in feeling like you have been betrayed or abandoned or whatever. And this person doing this right now in the present triggers all of those crappy childhood things, right? Where you didn't feel worthy, where you didn't feel loved, where you didn't feel like you were enough. But you do have a manipulative energy around you, right? All you can do is do your own shadow work. And the High Priestess. I feel like this person is she's not going to want to tell you. And I say she just because it's a high priestess, but this person is not going to want to tell you what they need you to do or what help they want or whatever it is. They're going to feel like they can't talk to you about it or if they can't ask you for help because of the way that they've treated you. So they may just not do it. And it may very well affect other people in their life and not just them. So your potential, or I'm sorry, your best course of advice is this Queen of Cups, right? You have a lot of love to give, and if other people don't see that, then that's not on you. That's on them, right? Don't get bitter or jaded. Just continuing being kind and loving. Four of Wands. Find your stability. Find your happiness, right? Work on this issue and get it handled because there really are beautiful things coming for you. Celebrations, happiness. Maybe relationships, marriage, I don't know, but this is also about finding your footing, finding that that even ground, right? That stability. Those four wands anchor all four corners, making, something stable. And the Six of Swords. Potentially travel ahead, but also just moving forward out of these tumultuous waters, finding calm, finding peace, having said your piece and being okay with it and just kind of leaving it there, right? Not falling into the same pattern again and again. So the potential outcome is this Page of Wands, right? That energetic creativity, inspired kind of like burst of energy, ready to go forward and invite the future in, right? Traveling very light because you're not carrying that baggage. The Ten of Wands. You've released that. You can let it go, right? You can get to the end of this and have some closure and confirmation that you were, um, maybe being manipulated, but it's all about how you handle it, right? It always is. I mean, in any situation for any of us, it always is. One more for the outcome. Eight of Wands, moving forward. Look at that. Could be travel, but just moving forward. And the Ace of Cups, new beginnings, self-love. I love it. I'm going to get a goddess oracle card for you. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, right? It's like you just didn't see your future as happy, but the Six of Swords, it's like you're finally dealing with it and moving on, speaking your piece, having those grown-up conversations and just saying what you need to say and not being triggered and moving on because you've dealt with this, right? And again, this Five of Wands, I do feel like there is an energy around you that is manipulative, that is petty, that is dramatic. But it's up to us how we respond to that. And then Temperance. This is just, happiness and divine timing and healing with the Wheel of Fortune. I like it. The Wheel of Fortune, the universe, moving in your favor, moving you forward and out of this energy. Once you deal with it, you won't ever have to deal with it again, right? All right. I'm going to get you a Goddess Power Oracle card. And I will have to read out of the book because I do not have the book memorized. That's just the way it is. 100 and some pages. I don't know them all. Everybody's getting this same card, and I am shuffling. We have Brigid, Creative Spark. That's like that Page of Wands energy, right? Finding that fire in yourself, finding passion and creativity for yourself and not using it on people who aren't appreciating it and making you feel less than, right? Getting kind of sucked into that cycle over and over again. So sometimes you get into a slump and you feel frozen, unable to move in any direction, unsure of the next step now in a relationship or a project. You can't think of anything to say in a social moment, right? When this energy is around you, it just baffles you. You're like, did anybody else hear that? Right? It's like, am I going crazy? Don't take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. Free yourself from the burden of expectation. Don't try so hard, right? Don't continue to give if you're not getting back. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Gemini, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And join me here on every Friday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for free card pull Friday. I'm sending you tons of love and light.